Good morning there, two-lane Westers. Uh, I plan on doing the day 12 recap for you all here. Um, Day 12 was June 14th. Started the day in Fairbanks, ended the day in Fairbanks. The goal was to do the Dalton Highway all the way up to the Arctic Circle and back. Total miles on the day was about 424. Total mileage for the trip is 4588, which is about what I thought it would be when I got to this area. Yesterday morning, I'm recording this on Monday morning. Yesterday morning, Sunday morning, I left at about 7:30 a.m. and returned at right around 7:30 p.m. It was a long day. Weather, mid 60s to 70s, a little bit cooler in the morning, obviously. Sunny, just a gorgeous day. And then later in the afternoon on the way back, the sky started getting a little more cloudy and I had a little bit of rain. I didn't put rain gear on, didn't need it. But overall, a great day. Animals, I saw 2 rabbits. I didn't see anything else. I don't know why. There's nothing out there. Only theory I have is the Dalton Highway is a commercial road. It's a trucking road. And maybe the animals are scared away by the big trucks. The ride itself. So let me describe this a little bit. It's pretty much what most of this video is going to be about. From Fairbanks, from where I stayed at the hotel here, to get to the beginning of the Dalton is about 90 miles. That's paved roads. You kind of go through some forest and wooded area, kind of mountainous area. I would say it's a fun road. It's fun because it's twisty, turny, has elevation changes, and then it has the frost heaves, which makes it feel like you're on a roller coaster. Road condition, other than the frost heaves, are pretty good. Just got to keep an eye out for potholes because they do exist. Then after that, when you kind of get to the Dalton, there's a section that's paved, gravel, paved, gravel, paved, gravel. Again, you got to really pay attention. And then finally it turns to all gravel. The Dalton Highway is the highway that goes up to Prudhoe Bay. That is a oil camp where for the Arctic ice fields, and then the pipeline that runs all the way down to Valdez comes out of that Prudhoe Bay area. So this road is primarily a trucking road, and by trucking I mean big semis. These are trucks that these guys are working. They go year round, so these are like the ice road truckers. They'll truck year round, even in the ice and snow. The road itself, I would say, was a challenge. A challenge because of the amount of concentration you have to have. Such you don't hit a pothole, and these are big, deep potholes. Like it could be really bad. You got to deal with the frost heaves. You got to deal with dust. There's areas where it's just like if a truck's coming at you, you can see the dust storm 3 miles ahead, coming down the ridge or whatever. And then when he passes, you can't see anything. So I slowed way down, obviously, because I don't want to hit a pothole when I'm riding through dust. Or if you come up behind them, really hard to pass them, or you can't ride behind them. You got to kind of given us enough distance. Hopefully there's some wind that blows the dust. If not, if you're by trees or whatever, it's a thing, the dust. Mud. Construction first. Because it's a gravel road and you have the weather here, they have to constantly maintain the road. Maintaining it is, they're putting new gravel down, they're grading it, they're doing whatever. So there was multiple sections of construction with a pilot car, and you got to follow them, and then who knows what you're going to get in those areas. It wasn't too bad yesterday. One section had some looser gravel and you got to ride on that stuff for a good I don't know, 8, 10 miles. Um, but you're taking your time, 30 miles an hour or whatever, or less. Um, I would mention I had one section that was mud. And what I mean by mud is ruts and mud. Um, and what they do is they put this, I think it's calcium. Uh, I'm losing the word. Anyway, they put this stuff down to actually control the dust. But when it gets wet, it turns into this sludge muck stuff. And they were working on this section of the road and they kept putting water down to probably try to get their grading done and whatever. Well, we just happened to go through there at that moment. I said we again. I'll get back to that. Um, and It was a challenge. I could have swore the bike was going down. It didn't. I kept it upright. Was going to stop at one point. I thought, no, don't stop. Got to keep going. Keep the wheels moving because you might get stuck if you don't keep going. So, the rule of thumb is give it gas and keep it upright, and that's what I did. And so that was all great. Not something I want to do a lot of, but I made it through it. And then after that, a couple other things along the way there, outside of just the road itself. Um, you cross the Yukon River, and the Yukon River Bridge is uh, it's a wooden bridge, like wooden deck, and it's on an angle. So you're coming from higher to lower. Like normally bridges are level. This is a long, huge bridge, and it's you're kind of coming down. And the Yukon River at this point is just a monster river. It's huge. The amount of water moving through that river. I mean, I've been saying that on a lot of these videos. Just it's impressive how much water and how big these rivers are here. Check out the videos on that. I actually walked out on the bridge. I got a short on that. You can see that's pretty cool. And then after the Yukon River, there's this little camp called the Yukon River Camp. Got to gas up there because you can't make it all the way up to the Arctic Circle and back. So got gas there. A little funny story about how to get the gas. Basically, you go in, give them your credit card. They give you a canoe paddle with the key on it, a whole canoe paddle. Then you go out to the pump, unlock the key, pump your gas, take a picture, go back in, lock it up, bring the paddle back into them, and then they charge you. A little bit of a process, but I get it. People probably were going to be stealing gas if they weren't doing it that way. But kind of weird. But anyway. And then from there, it was, the gravel all the way up to the Arctic Circle. Arctic Circle is basically just a big sign. There was a bunch of people there when we got there, and took some pictures, took some videos, took a break, and then turned around and did it all again. The weird thing is when I went through that muddy area, of course, you got 2 hours to think about it before you get there while you're riding. It was nothing. It was like all dried up and a little bit soft, but it's like it all went away. So that road changes a lot, hourly, probably. Good way to say it. And then I got back here at 7:30, so it was a 12-hour day, 400 plus miles. I did a little bit of riding around town to take some pictures of downtown Fairbanks and stuff last night, but it was a long day, a lot of high concentration, so it kind of takes a lot out of you. I felt a little bit wiped out last night. Still kind of getting my stuff together here this morning. Haven't even packed yet, and it's about 7:30. I said we. I'm sitting at a stop, a pilot, waiting for the pilot car, and Crazy Carl comes rolling up beside me. Like I said the other day, we're going to see each other. So we rode together all the way up to the Arctic Circle. As I've mentioned multiple times, that was not the end of his ride. He was going to go all the way up to the top. So we rode together, had some good laughs. He's just a funny guy. And he proceeded on, and I turned around. So we said goodbye. We're going to stay in contact. I got his email address. I already sent him an email last night. Hopefully, I can make keep in contact with him, and who knows where that goes someday. But that's probably the last we'll see of Crazy Carl. If I see him again, I'm going to be really surprised because I'm just going to go a different direction now, and I doubt we'll run into each other, but you never know. I think that's pretty much the update. My plan for today, I'm heading south. I'm going to leave Fairbanks, take all highways. It's about 175 miles or so, maybe a little bit more, down to a town called Paxson. From there, I will stop, get gas, take a break, and make a decision. Head west on another gravel road, about 100 miles of gravel. It's called the Denali Highway. That's plan A, and it'll depend on weather. It's supposed to be unbelievable views of the Alaska mountain range, and it's kind of gravel, remote, one of the top motorcycle roads in Alaska. So if I can knock that one off, I would have pretty much all the big ones knocked off. If the weather's not cooperating or I'm not feeling it, I'm heading to Valdez. And Valdez, although it's option B, is a pretty darn good option. The road to Valdez is supposed to be spectacular. So either way, it's a winner chicken dinner. Looking forward to it. I just got to pack up here. It'll take me some time because I try to be really organized with how I pack up the bike, and I didn't pack it all up yesterday morning because I left some stuff in my room, so I didn't have to take it all with me to on the Dalton. So that's the plan here today. I will check in with you guys and post when I can. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Over and out.